Mike, congratulations. During that first innings, obviously the first 10 overs didn't go the way Pakistan were hoping they would. Could you just shed some light on what you think it says about the team's mentality that they won a game where Pakistan were clearly, in a lot of facets, not at their best?
Look, I think whenever you get to different phases of the tournament, your opposition often doesn't allow you to play, the perfect game. And we were far from perfect. We realised that in the first 10 overs. But there's a huge amount of character in this group. We've won a lot of games in the last few months where, we were far from owning the whole 40 overs. We had to fight back. But one thing I can say about this team is that they're incredibly proud to represent Pakistan. And you can tell that. Every single one of them had belief that we could fight our way out of it. And that's what you want in a team, especially representing your country. So, incredibly proud of the way we've fought. As I said, we don't want to be 4 for 33 all the time. I can assure you of that. But the fact we can win games from that position just shows the character in the group.
Hi, sir. I'm Irfan here. First of all, congratulations to the whole entire team to reaching in the final. My question in two parts. On one segment, I want to know about the batting. We are winning, but the win is not commanding and authoritative somehow. Our main batter are not reading the hand from the spinner particularly. We saw day before yesterday against Sri Lanka and today as well. And the second part is that the big final will be playing against India. Is there any special way to play against them? Because on the conventional cricket, if we play against them, we are not able to beat them. Thank you.
Look, I've heard a number of people say we're not picking the ball from the hand. And I've answered that question before. I mean, that's, when Indu Hasaranga, for example, we know that he's a googly bowler. And it really has nothing to do with picking the ball from the hand. It's actually being able to play it off the pitch or being able to get your body into a good position. And we've been a little bit tentative. And, these pitches are also pretty challenging, as every side has found out after the power play. It's really difficult. So, I think, we talk about not a commanding position. I mean, let's be honest, we haven't beaten Sri Lanka since 2017. We haven't made the Asia Cup final for a long time. If we're searching for perfection from a batting point of view on these surfaces, you're just not going to get it. So we have to be better with the bat. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And we need more contributions from the top order. They know that. And I can assure you that they're working pretty hard at it. But it's nothing to do with picking the ball out of the hand. It's around decision making, and that's certainly something that it's tough. Whenever we tried to play an aggressive shot today, we got out, and often we did it before we got used to the pace of the pitch. And those are things that, as these pitches start to tire, you've got to be a little bit more disciplined in those areas.
Mike, congratulations on reaching the final. How to beat India is now the question. We have lost 7 internationals, 4 T20 and 3 ODIs. So is there a mental block or a pressure which Pakistan team take against India?
Certainly not. I think the way we played against India in the last match was a huge step up from the first game. The first game we were a bit passive, and we allowed India to control the game. The last match, we had that game by the scruff of the neck for long periods of it, and then it took an exceptional innings from Abhishek Sharma to sort of take the game away from us. Outside of that, we were pretty good. It was pretty much the power play with the ball. So we have to be, good enough to be able to put India under pressure for long enough. And we were able to do it for maybe 10 overs with the bat, and we were able to do it post-power play last game. We have to do it for longer because there's a reason why, they're rated the top side in the world. You have to put them under pressure. So that'll be our challenge.
Mike, in the last 41 years, Pakistan-India playing first time in the final of the Asia Cup. What is your message to the boys on the eve of the final of the Asia Cup?
We've deserved this opportunity, so now it's up to us to make the most of it. And I think, all the games that have happened up to this point now have been around trying to get yourself in a position to win the trophy. And that's that's what we've been talking about the whole time. You know, we know that we played on the 14th, we played on the 21st, but really, the only match that really counts is the one at the end. And that's certainly that'll be our focus, is trying to play our best game when it counts.
Congratulations, Mike. Coming back to today's game, the pitch, how it played. So from your initial expectation, how much, as per expectation, the pitch played? Did you expect it to be a 135 kind of a pitch? And just linking it to your earlier comment in your tour trip to Bangladesh, when similar kind of surfaces or that total kind of a pitches you faced there, and you had shared some comments about that kind of pitches, and now you came across the same even here. So what would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, I'll answer the second bit first. The score, you're right, was sort of similar. The one thing that was different at Mirpur is that some balls were going through the top and were dangerous, and some were going along the ground. So, and at pace, so very different. This was a challenge, you know, in terms of, you know, we did feel that the pitch would not get quicker. Obviously, with the wind around, we didn't think that it would dew up. And the pitch got slower, and spin obviously became more involved sort of through the middle overs, you know, once you could spread the field. And it becomes a little bit of a dogfight, you know, when you're in those sort of games. It's not, you're not going to score a fluent 50, you know, or hit every ball in the middle. You're going to have to fight hard. And same with the ball, you know, you're going to just have to build pressure. And, you know, that was probably the most pleasing thing, the way Shaheen started with the ball today. You know, he bowled a beautiful length and made it difficult, and obviously got some rewards for that. So, you know, I think it brings everybody a little bit closer together, you know, when the pitches, you know, have a little bit in it for everybody. And I think that's the beauty of these, is they've had quite a lot of cricket. Look, they've been good surfaces. Today was a challenge with the bat, and sometimes you don't mind those.
Coach, all the team are dropping catches. Do you think the light have got something to do with this? In Dubai especially.
Yeah, look, the ring of fire they talk about certainly affects everybody. You know, we were very good today, and, you know, other than the last catch right at the very end, up to that point we were pretty solid. But yeah, it's more if the ball comes at a certain trajectory, and you can practice it as much as you like, but if you lose the ball and the lights, it's hard to get it again. So, you know, everyone knows about it, everyone's practiced it, but if someone's good enough to hit the ball right into the lights, you know, occasionally your depth perception is going to disappear. So it's just another challenge, isn't it?
Mike, how are you dealing with whatever is going on off the field and on the field also? Because there's a lot of things going on as far as gestures are concerned, celebrations are concerned, and then there is a hearing going on, Indian players, then Pakistani players tomorrow. How do you coping up with this, and what's your message to the team in between this?
Look, my message is we just focus on the cricket, and that's certainly what we'll be doing. Those things, you know, you probably know more about those than me. I deal with the cricket side, and in terms of gestures, look, there's always a bit of passion, isn't there, in terms of when you're in high pressure games. But you know, we will be having our focus will be very much on playing a good game and focusing on the cricket, and that's part of my job.
Yeah, my congratulations for reaching to the final. How you sum up the day, as batting is not up to mark, bowling superbly, and as fielding up to the mark?
Yeah, probably not quite like that. I mean, as I said, you know, if you play on a really flat pitch and we score 200 and the bowlers go around the park, you'll switch that on its head. Often it's condition-based, isn't it?
Welcome back
we
to
scrapped
SportLab
hard. We were no
Cricket,
good
your home for
in the
fast,
first
sharp
8
updates
overs.
from the Asia Cup
You know,
2025.
we didn't adapt to conditions as
Let's
well as
dive
we wanted,
straight
but I
into
thought the way we
Pakistan
fought
versus
back with the bat,
Bangladesh. Super 4 action. Batting
you know, arguing
first,
initially
Pakistan
Shaheen's little
restricted
cameo
to
got us
just
sort of back in the game,
135
and
for
then
8 in
Nawaz,
20
Fahim,
overs. The top order
Muhammad
faltered,
Harris
same
got us
Ayub
to
gone
what
for a duck,
we were pretty happy with that
Zaman
score at
scratching
half-time.
13 off 20.
So,
But the middle order
you
rescued
know,
the
I would have
innings.
thought there was a pass
Harris
score on
with
that
31
surface,
off 23,
with the amount of
Shaheen
turn that it had
smashing
on offer.
19 off 13,
And then with the
Mohammad
ball, I
Nawaz's
thought we were
25 off 15 lifted
we
into
were
a fighting
very good.
total. Bangladesh's chase
and
never
we,
really
we created
clicked.
some pressure.
Shaheen
We
Afridi
probably
struck
went a little
twice
bit missing
early,
right at the end.
removing Emin and Ridoi, while Pakistan's spinners
that's when
applied the
you're being
squeeze.
nitpicking, isn't it? I thought it was
At one
a really good
stage,
performance. And in the
Bangladesh was
field,
60 for 5.
to be fair, our
Shaman's 30
fielding,
off 25 gave them
has
some
been
hope,
really good
and
for a
Rashid's
month
late
now.
16 off
So,
11 kept it
I'm delighted
alive.
with it.
But Pakistan's bowlers held
Mike,
firm.
could you
Shaheen Afridi and
brief us
Haris
about
Rauf
the top
bagged
orders
3
of
wickets
Pakistan's
each.
batting
Nawaz
performance,
and Sain
because some are
chipped in,
struggling,
and
some are
Bangladesh
getting
were restricted to
ducks in,
124 for
top
9 in
orders
20 overs.
and openers.
Pakistan win by 11
look, as I
runs
said,
and
we
stay
don't
alive
wanna
in the
be,
race to the
you know,
Asia Cup 2025 final.
33 for 4.
That's your quickfire update from
That's certainly not
SportLab
what we're
Cricket.
trying to do, but
If you
I
enjoyed
think
this
it's
breakdown,
our top
smash
order
that
just
like
adapting
button,
to conditions
subscribe,
better.
and turn
You know,
on
the
the
last
bell so
game,
you never miss
we
an
broke
update
the
from
back of the
Asia
innings,
Cup
chasing. We got
2025.
46 opening
Catch
partnership
you
in
in
the
the
last
next
game,
one.
which set us on the way. So today, some of our decision making at the top wasn't as good as it needed to be, but as I said, I guess that's the beauty of not giving up and fighting hard for your team.
Can you give us a sense of the mood in the Pakistan camp ahead of the final?
Oh, look, we've been talking for a while about focusing on now and not getting too far ahead of ourselves. But I think the boys have always, we've always talked about wanting to be in this match at the end of the tournament, and we've got to play some good cricket to get there. And we've certainly done that. We've beaten some teams that we haven't beaten for a long time. And we obviously won the Tri Series before here, so there's a bit of confidence in the group. And I think when you win games like that, when everyone writes you off, 10 overs into the match, that builds a bit of confidence in the group as well. Thank you.
Hi, Coach. Is there any instruction to the players that you have to chase it in 18 overs or 15 overs?
No, we didn't have to chase it in any overs. We just had to win the game.
Then how do you explain this, the batting approach of the team?
Just bad decisions. We have that sometimes. In all teams have that at some point. Today was our day. Our decisions, our shot selection wasn't the best today.
Dropped Tanjid Hassan Tamim and picked Nurul Hassan Chauhan, top order batsman, shortage and middle order batsman. So how do you assess the batting lineup? Sheikh Mehdi Hassan in number 4, Nurul Hassan in number 5. Do you think Bangladesh missing proper middle order or top order batter?
Bangladesh, we just chased 162 games ago with the same batting order. We are not a team that can lose Tamim and the captain in one and just fill it like that. We're not at that stage yet. We're getting there, but to lose your captain and in such good form, it has been a big thing for us. But in saying that, we chased runs. We chased 160 there on the same wicket. So there was better batting decisions made by the batsmen when we chased 160 than there was today. So batting order doesn't say that you batted well or you batted badly. It's that you made bad decisions today.
Coach, we have missed quite a few catches. Can you explain the reason? Do you think that ring of fire, the light also play a part in catching?
I don't know. Some of the catches maybe, but some, I don't think the ones today had anything to do with the lights.
And if I want to ask you for one positive from this whole campaign, do you think that's Saif Hassan?
Say again?
If I ask you for one positive from this whole campaign, is that Saif Hassan?
Definitely would be the biggest positive from this. But I think the other positive is the way how all of our bowlers have bowled in the whole tournament. I think that they've been spot on every game. But I agree with you. That is a huge positive, Saif.
Coach, just wanted to pick your brains. If you look at the Bangladesh batters, the specialist batters, their strike rates, career strike rates, and also the tournament strike rates, not many are above 135 in terms of strike rate. And the way the world T20 game is moving, how quickly do you think that this gap can be bridged? Is it something to do with the standard of batting or standard of bowling in BPL? How can this gap be bridged?
I think the gap is only going to be breached by the more we play at international level and guys get accustomed to knowing what to do at international level. I think sometimes we look at things and, all right, most of them are 126, 130. I agree with that. But again, we're still high up there in six hitting. So I don't think it's our ability to score quickly. I just think it's our ability to bat for a longer period and put on better partnerships.
Hi, sir. I'm Irfan here. In the first part of the game, you have absolute control in the game. What do you think? Where went wrong and the game went away from you? Secondly, the absence of the Litton Das was the crucial thing in the defeat.
Yeah, I think the last part of the question, I think the absence of Litton in the form he's in is a crucial part to our batting. As I said before, we don't have that big depth like some of the other teams. And where the game went wrong, I think we had them, I can't remember the score, but you drop Shaheen when he came in, he hit 2 big sixes after that. We dropped Nawaz. Nawaz still scored, 18 or 19, something like that after that. So I think that's where the game changed, because before that, as you said, we had all control.
Coach, you mentioned Bangladesh have chased a few big totals this tournament. Could you just shed some light on what discussions were had at the halfway mark? Because obviously this was not too huge a total. Was there a particular approach that you wanted to go with during those first 6 or 7 overs?
No, it's not a matter a particular thing. We're chasing 130. We play how we have been practicing to play in the first 6 overs. We get 40 for 1 or 40 for 2 in the first year, we're in control. If we get 60, we're in more control. So our batters have had good starts, and we got 60 in one game, we got 40 something in the other. So it's a matter of getting a proper start in the 6 overs and making sure we use the 6 overs properly.
Hi coach, 2 games in just 2 days and 2 losses. Do you think that the fatigue will destroy the players, or just you want to blame the ACC schedule that 2 games in 2 days?
I don't think I want that excuse at 2 games in 2 days. I don't like excuses, and I think that you play back-to-back games, you're fit enough, and you should have you should be able to come back today and play at 100%.
I just want to know what was the thinking to Sheikh Mehdi at 4. His career average is only 11. So do you think is he capable of number 4 batter?
Well, you see, you look at it as number 4. I look at it as sending someone who could have taken on the Pacers at that time. We were still in the power play. So he could have taken on the fast bowlers a little bit more than if he go lower down and have all the spinners. I had Jackie and Patwari and them down there that would take on the spinners a little bit more. So that was the thinking behind that.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Coach.
you, gents.
135 for 8. All the Bangladesh bowlers were superb. Bangladesh in response, 124 for 9. Pakistan have won by 11 runs. Let's go down to the post-match presentation. Mike Hesson.
Wow, what a wonderful game. Terrific match today between Pakistan and also Bangladesh. A thriller right towards the last over. Even that got tight as things happen, and how often it is when you have a small total posted batting first, 135 only by Pakistan, that things get really, really tight as the game moves along. Of course, the spinners got in this game dramatically, but the seamers doing some job at the top, and a couple of batsmen also putting on something special. Welcome to the post-match presentation of the DP World Asia Cup 2025 match between Pakistan and Bangladesh. The Asian Cricket Council would like to thank the broadcaster, Sony Sports Network, and all the sponsors, DP World, Wonder Cement, Hero Motorcore, Beyond Developments, Spinney, Vermali Lychee, Ozone Locks, Hire, Hero FinCorp, Grow and Havels. Also all other government organisations and authorities, and all those who are involved in the smooth conduct of this match. Many thanks. I'd now like to introduce the presentation party alongside me. Mr. Waleed Bakatia, board member of the Emirates Cricket Board. Mr. Salman Nasir, executive board member, Asian Cricket Council. And Mr. Zahid Khan, vice president, Wonder Cement. Gentlemen, welcome. Now, if I can please ask Mr. Zahid Khan to present the Wonder Cement Game Changer of the Match award to the winner, who receives a cheque of $3,500 along with a trophy, to Mohammad Nawaz for 25 off 15 balls, 3 catches as well, and 1 for 14. Mohammad, well done. If I can ask Mr. Salman Nasir to present the Beyond Super Sixes of the match award to a cheque of $3,000, and that award goes to Shamim Hussain. 2 sixes, and because he went on to get 30 off 25, there are a couple other guys who got 2 sixes as well. He gets that award. Shamim, well played. Mr. Salman Nasir is also to present the DP World Player of the Match with a cheque of $5,000 and a trophy from the Asian Cricket Council to Shaheen Shah Afridi. 19 off 13 with the bat, important runs at that stage, and 3 wickets for 17 runs. DP World Player of the Match, Shaheen, please come across and have a chat. Congratulations on your award. We gave you this award earlier in the tournament for your batting alone, but today it's primarily because you're bowling. Wickets again, first up, the 22nd time you got a wicket in the first over. Congrats. And that makes such a difference to your team.
Yeah, firstly, I will dedicate this man of the match to my beautiful wife and my son, Alia Afridi. So I'll dedicate this to them. And yeah, I'll just normally I'll go for attack. As a team, we need a breakthrough, and I'll just go for that.
I know you take great pride in the fact that the power play is so important. The power play is your game. That's where you like to stand up when we see that salute that you give us. But 2 wickets in the power play really put them on the back foot straight away.
Yeah, of course, in short total, you need early breakthrough, and we planned that. We need that breakthrough, and I think that the 3 over in power play, that's the difference.
Now, speaking of planning, it looked like a bit of a plan on the sidelines with your 3rd wicket. Just talk us through that. Did you get a message from the coach?
No. I was working on this delivery. The good thing is that in the meantime, that's just deliver, and we need that wicket, and we did it.
Well done with the bowling, but let's talk about the batting briefly. I mean, when you came out there, those runs were so important, and of course the big swing of the bat did the job again. You're thoroughly enjoying that role you've got and the freedom you've got in that position.
Yeah, when early wickets and the team decides I go, and Fahim and Nawaz already behind me, but they thought should I go and then I take on bowler, so I just try, and that 2 sixes, so momentum in our end.
Terrific stuff. Well played. I bet you're looking forward to Sunday against India.
Thank you. Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, terrific. Thank you, Shaheen. Okay, if I can now please have a chat to Jaka Ali from Bangladesh. Jaka, thanks for your time. I know you and your team are obviously disappointed about this. How do you reflect on the game? It was a tight one.
Yes, I think as a batting unit, last 2 matches actually, if you see, we lose. So in a bowling unit, we do very good work. The boys doing really well, but I said that yesterday also the match cost us because of the batting. So same as well today.
You were put in the hot seat from the captaincy point of view, obviously with the normal skipper Lytton Das being injured. How tough was that, and did you end up enjoying it?
Yeah, it's a bit toughness is coming, but I try to, try to take those chances and take my game here, and try to adjust the captaincy and try to enjoy it.
Now, as captain and also keeper, you had a good view of the game. Who are the players that did you proud tonight?
Obviously, our bowlers, Rishad and Saif, as a batter, if you see Saif throughout the tournament, he's played really well. Unfortunately, we don't give support him. And our Fiz, Taskin, as a bowling unit in this tournament, we doing really well.
Jaka, bad luck today, and well done for the tournament, and bad luck you didn't get through today, but we certainly enjoyed having you here in the Asia Cup.
Thank you.
Jaka Ali, of course, disappointed with his side that didn't get up in this game today. If I can ask, please, the winning skipper, Salman Aliaga, to sign the ball for Mr. Mohammed Ishad, representing Hero Motor Corp. And then, Salman, please come forward and receive the $15,000 winning cheque from Mr. Waleed Bakatir, representing the Asia Cricket Council. And Skipper, come and have a chat to me. How's that feel getting that victory? It was a tight game all the way long. I'm sure you weren't that happy with the total, but gee, what a win.
Well, if you can win these kind of games, then we must be a special team. I think when it's come to bowling and fielding, it was outstanding. Everyone chipped in, and the way Shaheen bowled up front, and then the way Hari bowled up front. I think it's outstanding, and we are a team who finding a way to win and get to the final. But yeah, there is the improvement we need to do when it's come to batting, and we will be better in the final, inshallah.
But a special word for Mohammad Harris, who came in and got that 31 at a very important time.
He's a special player. Like he's not batting on his number. He's batting low down the order, which is not his number, not suited. But he never moaned. He always he always said, whatever team needs, I will do it. And he's contributing every single game, and I'm very, very happy for him.
How were you feeling, by the way, at the halfway mark with the 135 on the board? I know you talked about the 150 mark at the toss.
Well, we were like 10-15 and short. There is no way I'm going to deny that. But I knew it. If we bowled like the way we bowled in up front, we will create a pressure. And in game like these, when it's almost a semi-final, so when you create pressure up front, it's hard to chase it down. So I think we did really well. We bowled with the new ball really well. And once you bowl like this when it's come to new ball, I think it's more often you win games, because new ball in these conditions are very important.
And I know from your point of view, one of the things you want to see happen is a real buzz in the field. You had that today. Obviously, wickets at the start helps that. But the catching was pretty good too.
We have been fielding really well. I have said in last post-match as well. Since Shane came, he's been working so hard. And everyone going to him and working hard with him. And they're having extra sessions. Because when Mike came to the coach and he said, whoever can't field, he can't be in the team. So everyone know that if they can't field, they won't be in the team. So everyone is working really hard with Shane. And I'm very happy the way we are fielding throughout last 3 months.
So you got a day off now. Day off tomorrow. You can put your feet up, but then you got a big one on Sunday against India. How are you feeling about that?
Well, pretty excited. We know what we need to do, and we are very excited, and we are good enough team to beat anyone, and we will come on Sunday try to beat them.
Well played today, Skipper. Well done.
Cheers.
Right, that concludes the presentation.